as a gym owner, like, I don't know how you could look at people who are willing to go out of their way for you and then say like, oh, well, you owe me $15 for a belt. Like, come on, man, get out of here. I'm going to offend some people here for sure. But if you're at a gym that charges for belts or especially stripes, just ask your coach why they charge you. And if the answer isn't just, I want more money, he's full of shit. Your coach is full of shit and he's a fucking liar, because that's the only possible answer to that question. It doesn't cost $30 or $50 to buy a belt unless he's like going and finding the ingredients and building this thing himself. Like, it doesn't cost that much money. You can, as a gym owner, like, let's say your gym membership's $100 a month. It's an average of 2 years. That's $2,400 over the 2 years between your belts. If you can't find $10 out of that to justify it, you're either the worst businessman in the world or you're conning your students. So if you're at a gym that charges, ask them. I'm telling you, anything other than they want more money is just a load of shit. It's a lie.
Yeah, 100%. The person on Reddit advocating for charging for belts, like, recognizes the username. He's someone that me and you used to train with, Joey. And he's also, like, I once posted like a video of me as a white belt, and it was like on Reddit, and it was like 7 years or it was like 5 years or something like that, like since the video was posted, and now I'm a black belt. And someone's just like, wow, you know, black belt in 5 years, even though it was 7, like, just when the video was posted. And then he's like, yeah, it's bullshit. Like, and then he was like saying that I got my belt from a belt factory and this stuff, just like talking mad shit. And you know, that just pissed me off. So anytime I see his username, I'm like, fuck you, you know. But yeah, he blocked me, so I can't even like look at his profile or anything, you know. So he's being a douche and he blocks me, like, you know, whatever. You know, there's this like song lyric, like, I always, certain times, like all the time, like, lyrics like resonate with me a lot. And yeah, like that one, man, I forget how it goes now because I'm just on the spot. But it's like yeah, basically saying like now you, man, I can't even remember because I'm on the spot. But you know, like, you can't get my name out of your, I don't know, whatever. But like, it must piss him off seeing my name all the time on Reddit, and just like, I hope it drives him crazy.
Yeah,
but like, that's a ridiculous comment. So he was actually advocating for charging for these things. And if I recall correctly, that gym charged for stripes too, which is even more absurd. What are you going to pretend that little piece of hockey tape cost $10? You get a whole roll for $1.99.
Yeah,
like,
it was
if you're really,
$35.
Yeah, if you really need to charge your students, it should be like 1 cent per stripe to justify the cost of the tape. And don't hit me with the whole, like, I know people in Reddit will have these arguments where like, oh, it's the instructor's fee for grading you. That's just a part of rolling with your students and being a coach. There's no actual grading going on. I don't, like, when I give out a stripe, I don't sit down and go, I'm going to do 2 hours of my time to grade this student. That's just an accumulation of the information I have received from rolling with them and watching them do techniques, watching them roll with other students. If I can't gather their skill level from that and I have to sit down for 2 hours and watch them to justify a $35 fee, I'm a shit coach.
Yeah, no, man, you nailed it. That's 100% true. Like, that's their job. That's what you pay them for, is to make you better at jiu-jitsu and analyze their skill level and promote them accordingly, you know? So I think, I don't know, he just loves arguing with everything. Like, when I had him on Facebook before he deleted me off Facebook because I left his gym, I just see him in arguments all the time. Like, bro, don't you get tired of arguing with people over like everything? But yeah, and then you're going to argue for, you know, charging for belts. Like, that's just, yeah, that's super messed up for sure.
I mean, I guess they can do it. Oh, I was going to say, like, I guess if that's ethically like how they view it, of just gouging their students and making extra money, that's fine. But like, I know from like my ethics and my morals here, that's just not okay with me. So I get pretty passionate when, you know, people come to my gym from other gyms and they're like, oh yeah, like, belt testing was like $85 or $100 to test for a belt. And you're like, what? Like, that's a month's membership at our gym. Like, what the hell's going on here?
What happens if you fail? Suppose you don't pass the grading. Do you still pay half? Do you pay any? Do you pay all? I have no idea.
I think everyone passes. If I had to guess, I'm going to guess that the instructor's just got some extra bills or wants to buy something fancy. Dude wants a new PlayStation 5 or TV. So he's like, shit, better do some gradings. Got to get that money.
Yeah, the only time I don't mind it is if that money is going to charity, because that's just a good reason, you know, like, okay, it's $10 or $15, whatever it is, like we're putting all that money to the food bank, you know, it's just a good way to raise money because you're already doing like the grading. So